is dying. Can't beat us with the spells, so you siege us with the shells. For a meltdown while you running up for all the bells. Terror freeze you up, the special appearance, giving them hell. Throws over, don't be a mugo. I'm a muggle, out of instrumental like a bugle. A lot of weak minds are strong, very few though. Count on one hand, leave a few fingers. Yo, another sound is dying.
Where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And it's just wild because since when does men dying confer rights?
Another sound dying.
This one looks Moorish. Definitely Moorish influence.
Running, dance. Oh, ring. Let the ring be along. So, XM 84, another sound is dying.
This one looks Moorish. Maybe not the reason why they don't want to come to America. Definitely Moorish influence.
Dance. Oh, nah, surprise it dying. Don't be a Hugo. Islam. Don't be a Hugo. Marista. Don't be a trooper. Stop eating chicken toes. Don't be a loser. Nationality. Giving your pops the satisfactory. Living the at the same time. 30s do the eight and they good. The good say they're doing the me thing. He say they're doing the she thing. And vice versa. Say big one thing. So some boy lying. Don't hear truth then. Someone's lying. Don't see proof. Whole lot once lying. Could I be beat? Working overtime. Ring. Another sound is dying. Can't beat us with the spells, so you siege us with the shells. For a meltdown while you running up for all the bells. Terror freeze you up, the special appearance, giving them hell. Throws over, don't be a mugo. I'm a muggle, out of instrumental like a bugle. A lot of weak minds are strong, very few though. Count on one hand, leave a few fingers. Yo, another sound is dying.
But I was thinking, like there's a blood right. It's like that's some patriarchal blood right where like instead of like a mother shedding blood to give birth,
Dance.
it's like a man sheds his blood and dies and somehow that gives rights to people. It's like some twisted kind of blood right. Just to talk.
Can't kill, buy it. Run a coup for or try it. Nothing you or try it. Try it yet. No matter how it looks. Ready out of your hands. Dance with the Morris dances. Prancing. We advancing.
Definitely Moorish influence there.
I'm not leading nothing, by the way. I'm just going off what my spirit tells me to say. That's it.
That's funny.
You cannot lead it. You cannot breathe.
That's funny.
If you got no spirit, then you cannot breathe, baby. You premature. You did not lead. Yeah, you didn't. Bro, you want to lead. Eat. Bon appetit. Food hot. Blazing down. Time to take this. Run up the tongue and run up the tits. Funny thing come from the shit. Whoa, mitts.
That's funny. I was trying to take it on.
The count is asleep. See, baby, your base dirty, baby. That's it. This is the life of some moors and they flip, they twist. It's supposed to be standing on the square, but you trip. Bugging. How? Don't deal with us no more, cause you a bitch. You shit about it, cause you can't handle nothing that is bitch. 30s a week, only using their big. Blah, blah, blah. You already stuck in your lowest peak. Said, don't give up on the children or the pilgrims. Be on the pilgrimage. See the giant sign, the epic of pilgrimage. Noble juices, take off the fez. Cord and butt, it's not for you. Go back to the state and found dumb ninja. But they don't do that. They take the knowledge and act like it's them that made it up. You didn't do that. It was overdue that. Do that. Just grew over that. I'll put you over that imitate.
That's
But don't copycat. You cannot lead. You cannot breathe.
That's funny. That's funny.
If you got no spirit, then you cannot breathe. Baby. You premature. You did not tease. Yeah, you did raw. You want to leave. Now, eat. Bon appetit. Food hot. Blazing down with time to take this. Bon appetit and bon appetit. But only thing that come from a shit. Whoa, mid. Northwest, dumb south, land of the domicile, launcher, scud missiles, and sell out, calling themselves officials.
That's funny. But overall, divinely, it just doesn't sit with me. That's funny. That's funny.
River down south, river down right here, river down south, everywhere. River down south, longitude and latitude, river down south, civilized, even if we're giving you attitude, anywhere we go, hey, you know you appreciate, what we give you never depreciates, value, phonetics, mathematics, you cannot leave it, you cannot breathe.
That's funny. That's funny.
If you got no spirit, then you cannot breathe, baby. You premature, you did not tease. You did raw, you want to leave. Now eat, bon appetit, food hot, blazing down. We attach tech piece, bon appetit and bon appetit. Only thing that come from the shit, whoa, mid.
That's funny. That's funny. Trying to stay quiet on this.
If they keep lying on this, more movement, avalanches, they sliding down with. Got 30 thermal snow in it. Most people say used to roll with it. Hell nah, no girl, he wouldn't go for it. Like a $20 bill, he'd walk over it. Hell, they had beat and walked over it. He knows every more on the path. And who's head and face in the grass. He fell over it. That's not Hitler's mustache. His ass carried it after he seen the master. So,
I'm trying to stay quiet on this because it's not on anybody's side.
After he seen the master.
river down south, river down right here, river down south everywhere. River down south, longitude and latitude. River down south, civilized. Even if we're giving you attitude, anywhere we go, nay, are you worthy? Morris, invincible. Need to be told and hear what it do, hear what it do, hear what it do. Let's be told, hear what it do, hear what it do, hear what it do. Gullible, shit, funnable, entertainment, rerunning you, what the lame man, not that hired you. Been here from the skies are blue. From the first spark of the sun till it blue. This is Star 2.2. The isn't always green. Back in the days of Atlantic Ocean was just a stream. One line, nothing. When we were building mega cities, you wasn't even considered a human being. Like into a fetus, biological machine. Let us take them to none. We got the new brand vaccine. They can call it Satan. If they find out what they make it. Be told, hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. You can be told, hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. This is. You can be told, hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. What it do. Be told what it do. What it do. Gullible said Trump almost got shot again. Nobody cares. Crazy. Next president gonna be dead on a piece of paper again. That's when they gonna chase, say something. Stack them up in their residence. I can classify evidence. But the demo system didn't pay us rent. Yeah, cause you playing dumb niggas. What you run niggas. Yeah. Why you hiding in the sewer water? What you waiting for? Elvis ain't got nothing but hound dogs. They catching up. They can call these Satan. Find out we get free friends. You need to be told and hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. You can be told and hear what it do. Hear what it do. Hear what it do. Listen. If you told it, it would it do. It would dangerous. It would it do. It would it do. It would it do. It would it do. Gullible, sonable. Shit. If you're back to the nature. Shit. Noble. Honorable. Loyalty. You don't know what that is. What? What's that? A belief is not a fact. Still an opinion. You got jacked. Mentally. Still protected under the First Amendment, but still it's not an identity. ID. Be told that you would have do. You would have do. You be told it would have do. It would have do. It would have do. Gullible. You got it up. Dogmatic religious controversies. We need economics. Not funding no bad business practices. It's mental food. It's not FDA approved. Food. Exactly. Bet. Militia wish they were selling CMOS instead of phone calls. Using the power. That's what it does. That's what it do. That's what it did. That's what it do. Food. And there's no remedy like this cruel. Way up in North America, every pen has a pool. At least a table and cable. 3 square minutes a day. Sheep was getting fat under the paper. Oh, think you a citizen? Who the hell okayed you? 14th Amendment. You a friend. It was a do. It would it do. It would it do. It would do. It would it do. It would it do. It would it do. Listen. It would it do. It would dangerous. It would it do. It would it do. Crazy. Y'all up to just saying. Hold on. Let me make sure this thing is off, yo. Listen. Test, check. You could be told and hear what to do. Islam, Yeri, Jerry, Blaze Bay, what's up? Honored to be in your presence. You already know. The 5 Moors, the 5 mighty Moors. Less than that, maybe. Yeah, I want to go into the evil, Evil. We're going to touch back on the country thing. Make sure everybody knows that it's not your country, This is Moorish territory. This is Moorish dominions. Yes. A country could only be a country if it's the natives. You got to be native to that area to be able to call it a country. You know what I'm saying? I know, give thanks, yo. The Moors that's been there from day one, yo. That's Jerry. That's GS Cujo, GS Jerry Blaze Bay. The top Moors been there from day one. Yo, see that? Evil by one's definition is being bad and acting out morally incorrect behavior, or it is the condition of causing unnecessary pain and suffering, thus containing a net negative on the world. Evil is commonly seen as the opposite of something, absence of good, something void of good, something that incorrect behavior, something unnecessary pain and suffering. This is evil. It says here, starting at 63, the 102s, are the Moorish Americans any relations to those angels? Yes, we all have the same mother and same father. Give 5 names that are given to the descendants of Adam and Eve: Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon, beast. What is the devil sometimes called? The lower self. How many selves are there? 2 selves. Name them: higher self, lower self. 68 or 69, however you look at it. What people represent the higher self? The angels who protect the holy city of Mecca. 69 and 70. And Mecca is all capitals, you know. What people represent the lower self? Those who were casted out of the holy city and those who accepted their teachings. What is the higher self? What is the higher self? The higher self is the mother of virtues and the harmonies of life, and breeds justice, mercy, love, and right. That does not sound evil. The higher self, right off the bat, does not sound like what evil is, you know? I wanted to throw this in there, you know, from the Bible that's holy, you know? Yeah. Just a quick little stuff I was reading. Say, now the whole earth used the same language and the same words. I think I went too far. Yeah, here it is. So, you know, we all are learning about the gopher wood and how the gopher wood is native to the Americas, you know? It's native to the Americas. But Genesis 22 or Genesis 8 verse 22, that's how it goes. Let me check. Yeah, Genesis 8 verse 22, where God says that the Lord says that while the earth remains seed time and harvest and cold and heat and summer and winter and days and nights shall not cease. So if you're in the desert, like they always show us in all those movies and all this stuff, if you're in the desert, what the hell are you talking about summer and winter? What do you mean winter? That sounds like a place where there's 4 seasons. You know what I'm saying? If God is talking about summer and winter and stuff like that, like what winter in the Middle East? What obviously he was not talking about nowhere where they're talking about right now. You know, and to make it clear, I don't need to read it right at this time, but you know your favorite corn, you know your favorite like soup, your favorite seasoning, your favorite bird, your favorite pet, whatever, you know. Moors, according to this Bible, Moors saved all of those things from the flood. Moors saved everybody, not just the European. Moors saved the beast, the birds. Let me show you something. And God said to Noah, listening, and God said to Noah, this is a sign of our covenant which I have established between me and all the flesh that is on the earth. Now the sons of Noah who came out
of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated. Then Noah began farming and planted a vineyard. This is according to the Bible. So, through Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? These were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated, right? So nobody came before these people. You can fight me down, but it's them. It's that's your people, right? Okay, well, that's what they say, right? They say that the Moors was first. The Moors, right? The Moors. Because Noah's descendants was pure in the eyes of the Lord. Your people, right? Okay, well, they said the Moors are the purest, 100% human beings on this planet, on this plane, Tell me when I'm lying. 19 of verse of 9, verse 19 in Genesis. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated. Then Noah began farming and planted a vineyard. Noah's about to make some alcohol. You know what I'm saying? What you thought Europeans invented that or something? Who are you gonna believe? The Bible says it. Okay, you can't go against this. Can you go against this? Huh? This says we're God, by the way. So I'm gonna use this heavy this year. Heavy. Any Bible, just doesn't matter. Then Noah began farming and planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and became drunk and uncovered himself inside his tent. This is important for all the non-reader believer people. This part is important for y'all. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. Right? Told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders and walked backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never this their dad. Daddy, you're drunk. Like blah blah blah. Remember, Daddy just saved the whole entire planet, and whatever you see now and everything. Daddy's just like what I just went through. He's reflecting, and he's the alchemist. So he made his liquor and stuff, his wine. He drank it, passed out and stuff, right? And then you had the nakedness backwards and covered his nakedness of their father, and their faces were turned away so that they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah woke up from his wine, he knew what his youngest son had done to him. He knew what his youngest son had done to him. So he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants. He shall be his brother's servant. He also said, Blessed to be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. Yeah, so this is key right here. First of all, did God just curse Canaan, or was it the daddy that got the hangover the next day and said, "Yo, son, you're messed up, man. Like, you watch me naked, and you know what? You should be a servant to your other two brothers and stuff, right? That you guys remember, like, your whole life, people are saying that God cursed Canaan. God never cursed Canaan. It was Noah that did it. Noah, hangover, drunk from the night before. That's who did it, you know." And then he said, "Curse it, say, cursed be Canaan." And he said, when Noah woke up from his wine, he knew what his youngest son had done to him. What his young son do to him? Seen him naked, according to this Bible. First of all, Noah, he can't be talking. He can't be talking about Canaan somehow. He can't be talking about Canaan because Canaan is not Noah's son. Canaan is Ham's son. You see what I'm saying? Canaan is Ham's son, and then Cush, and then Ham. I'm not sure at this point if Ham is the youngest out of all the three of the sons, but he was talking what his youngest son had did. What his youngest son had did. He said, Noah began farming and planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and became drunk and uncovered himself inside the tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Ham took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders and walked backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. And their faces were turned away so that they did not see his father's nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine, awoke from his wine, he knew what his youngest son had done to him. What did his youngest son do to him when and then he said, Cursed be Canaan. Canaan is not his youngest son. Canaan is Ham's son. Canaan is Ham's son, yeah. Right? And then if Ham did something to him by telling his brothers them to, get clothes or whatever, right? Why did he curse Canaan, Ham's son? You see what I'm saying? And that's not God, that's Noah, because Noah said Noah said God was there and God talked to them, God closed the ark and all that stuff. It wasn't God that said none of this stuff. So what are these idiots talking about? Canaan got cursed by God or some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Right? According to this Bible, Canaan wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. It was Ham and Japheth, and what's his name? Ham, Japheth, and Shem. That's Noah's sons. And Canaan is Ham's son, Noah's grandson. So of course the drunk got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? If anything, how the hell he know what the younger son did to his ass when, metaphorically speaking, did to his ass when he was drunk. Anyways, he don't remember nothing. He fell asleep. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't me. They said it. You know what I'm saying? They said it. So, Mandarin. I want to show you where. Everybody all right, though? What's going on out there? Yeah? Who's there still? I'm trying to see the part where these are the records of the generation of Shem. Now the Lord said to Abram, no, I didn't even get this far. I didn't get that far. All these craziness going on. They said, come, let us build for ourselves a city and a tower whose top will reach the heavens, and let us make for ourselves a name. Otherwise, we will be scattered abroad over the face of the earth. That means let's make sure we have a nationality, or somebody's gonna fuck us up. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. Make sure we have a name for ourselves. What do you mean? What we all gonna collectively call ourselves? That's a nation. Islam. But yeah, I was trying, we'll look into this more deeper one at a time. But you'll see in Genesis, you'll see that the Lord, their Lord, our brother, told the people who came out of the ark that everything is theirs. Everything that they could see, all the beasts, all the birds, the crawly things, everything is yours to use. The chattel, everything is ours, because we saved it all. So we didn't only just save the European. There would be no Europeans if it wasn't for Morris. But there would be no, believe it or not, according to Mr. Bible, there'd be no ants, no birds, no leopards, tigers, giraffes. There'd be nothing. The European what he do? What did he do? He wants all this credit. What did he do? Because we saved everything, even him. At least us 4 Moors, 5 Moors did it. I don't know what the other people else did, but we did it. Ancestors came back, returned. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna go slow on me now. It's gonna go slow on me. 1 second. Yes. Let's see what this says. Evil, by one definition, is being bad and acting out morally incorrect behavior, or it is the condition of causing unnecessary pain and suffering and containing a net of negative on the world, right? That would be um, evil is commonly seen as the opposite or sometimes absence of good. It can be extremely broad concept, although in everyday usage it is often more narrowly used to talk about profound wickedness and against common good. It is generally seen as taking multiple possible forms, such as the form of personal moral evil, commonly associated with the word, or impersonal natural evil, as in the case of natural disaster or illness, and in religious thoughts, the form of the demonic or supernatural eternal. While some religions worldwide and philosophies focus on good versus evil, others deny evil exists and usefulness is describing people. So let's go to wickedness. Wickedness is generally considered a synonym for evil or sinfulness. Among theologians and philosophers, it has a more specific meaning of a profound evil committed consciously and of free will. It can also be considered the quality or state of being wicked, as characterized by Martin Buber in his 1952 work, whatever that is called. The first stage of evil is sin, occasionally um, directionlessness, endless possibility can be overwhelming, leading man to grasp at anything, distracting and busying himself in order to not have to make a real committed choice. The second stage of evil is wickedness. So you see that the passive people are actually wicked and evil. I'm just saying. They don't want to make a good decision. Because to be good, you got to make a good decision, not incorrect decisions. Making incorrect decisions makes you evil. Like, yeah, according to, words and what words are saying, making wrong decisions. You don't have to rob and kill people and shit. You can just make a wrong decision. It makes you evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, the term wickedness dates back to the 13th century and is derived from the word wicked and ness. Wicked is an extended form of the term wick, meaning bad, and is also associated with the Old English term Wicca, meaning a male witch. This is not a corresponding verb to the term, but the term wretched is also associated with the term. The termness is a word forming element denoting action, quality, or state, and is typically added to an adjective or past part participle to make it an abstract noun. It is an Old English term and also comes from the Proto-Germanic term in asu and main and many other cognates. Common good, moral evil. Moral evil. We know that a lot of people fail in this one. Moral evil is any morally negative event caused by the international action or inaction of an agent, such as a person. Example of a moral evil might be murder, war, or any other evil event for which someone can be held responsible or the culprit. This concept can be contrasted with natural evil, in which a bad event occurs naturally without the intervention of an agent. The dividing line between natural and moral evil is not absolutely clear. However, as some behaviors can be unintentional yet morally significant, the distinction of evil from bad is complex. Evil is more than simply negative or bad. See? It's more than being negative and bad. I say you mess up too much times makes you evil. You don't clutch time, you miss that shot, you're evil. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to come through, man. You got to come through. Can't do stuff incorrectly. Doing stuff incorrect, call yourself black, you're evil. Yes. The distinction of evil from bad is complex. Evil is more than simply negative or bad. Undesired or inhabiting good, as evil is on its own and without reference to any other event. Morally incorrect. So you know, when woman with this independent thing and this, oh, nobody could tell me what to do or whatever. Yes, that's evil. Yes, it is. Doing things incorrectly, immorally, selfishness, all that stuff. Yes, it is. Oh, you thought you were the good guy. You thought you was the good guy. Jerry, they thought they were the good guy. No, the evil one always has an excuse. Well, I had to do it because. Yeah, you have to do it because. Evil mother flippers, yo. So evil they don't even know it. First impression of morally evil action dictates how people see events. Not only murders, deaths, but the level of inhumane cruelty is fucking evil. How they do to the people who don't even know who they are themselves and shit. You know? You could easily tell them, but no, you want to benefit from their virtues. You want to live off their virtues. You're you know, it seems like you're representing the lower self. There's people down here that represents the higher self, and there's people down here that presents the lower self. A philosopher named Christopher McHowen had a theory regarding moral evil, which was questioning the idea that although murder is considered worse than an accidental death, preventing both deaths would be of equal value, despite the fact that murder is morally evil, whereas accidental death is not. He uses examples to demonstrate violations of moral evil and harm related to first impressions. The Holocaust is seen as morally worse than the Spanish influenza epidemic. Also, although the Holocaust had one-third the number of deaths as the Spanish influenza epidemic. More people died in the Spanish influenza, but since the Holocaust was seen as more gruesome and inhumane, it is considered morally evil in people's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Morally evil. So a little touch on that. We should know a little bit about the natural evil. Well, let's look at the natural evil for a sec. Natural evil is evil for which no non-divine agent can be held morally responsible, like the Alphabet Crew. Like the Alphabet Crew might not be responsible for that 10 on the Richter scale earthquake or the asteroid that hit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Agent and but these days it seems like there's no natural nothing. Everything that happens, flood, storm, hurricane, everything, people are like, yo, the government. So it's like there's like no natural evils anymore or something. It's like everything is moral evil and some Europeans doing it. That's crazy. You're partly like you could be right, but you could be wrong too. But we do know that when majority of the Europeans leave, the climate's gonna go back to how it was. So they have something to do with manipulating the climate, yes, because the great professor spoke on that already. Einstein 10.0. You know what I'm saying? Einstein 10 point to the power of 10 point to the power of 30 million. That Einstein called PNDA. And is chiefly derived from the operation of the law of nature. It is defined as contrast to moral evil, which is directly caused by human activity. In Christian theology, natural evil is often discussed as a rebuttal to the free will defense against the theological problem of evil. The argument goes that the free will defense can only justify the presence of moral evil in light of an what is that? Omnibenevolent God, and that natural evil remain uncountable for. Hence, some atheists argue that the existence of natural evil challenges beliefs in the existence of a omnibenevolence or omnipotence of God or a deity. You know, so natural evil, people can kind of understand that, you know, like a hurricane, you know, like at least the old day hurricanes, stuff like that. Let's see what the demonic is. So, you know, making incorrect decisions, you're evil. You got to remember that. You have to remember that. You got to remember that. You know, a demon is a malevolent or malevolent supernatural entity historically believed. Belief in demons or stories of demons occurs in folk tales, mythology, religions, and literature. These beliefs are reflected in media, including comics, fictions, films, television shows, video games, etc. Belief in demons probably goes back to the Paleolithic age, stemming from humanity's fear of the unknown, the strange, and the horrific. In ancient, uh, by the way, I don't believe that part. Don't put none of this fear stuff pre-Adamite. Pre-Adamite is none of this fear stuff, right? Because the pre-Adamites, they knew everything. Fear is when you absence of some kind of fact or some kind of truth, and you don't know, you're scared of the unknown, like they say. What unknown? Moors knew everything. There was no unknown, right? So it wasn't us, that part. Now, because we have the Eurocentric thing and blah, 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 we get scared and all this stuff. But that's not our culture, though. In ancient Near Eastern religion and the Abrahamic religions, including early Judaism and ancient medieval Christian demonology, a demon is considered a harmful spirit entity that may cause demonic possessions, calling for exorcism. Large portions of Jewish demonology, my bad again, a key influence of Christianity and Islam, originated from the late form of Zoroastrianism and was transferred to Judaism during the Persian era. You know what I'm saying? They got the bronze statue of Asuru, Babylonian demonic king Pazuzu. Hey, look, the Pazuzu, you already know. Raquel L. You know what I'm saying? So, focus on others, deny evil exists. All right, so, how you doing out there? Who's there? Jerry Blaze. All right, so stop making incorrect decisions. You're evil. Okay. Make sure you know that. Do everything right, perfect, the first time, only time, every time, and you're good. Literally. You know. Don't be too klutzy. Right? You're evil. Yes. You just didn't know that. One step at a time. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So remember, Borders, no borders. Our border is Ethiopia. That's our border. That's our demarcation line. Ethiopia. Right? Everything to the left of that, that's Maghreb Al-Aqsa. That's a Mexican. Northwest the Mexican, southeast the Mexican. Right? That's one country. One country. And Moors love to, or people love to talk like Moors don't know what we're talking about. Like Morocco's over there. Who said Morocco's over there? Oh, Egypt gave us the capital dominion of a Maxim of Africa. Who says that Egypt had a border though? Who says that Egypt didn't extend all the way over here? Who said that? The European? You believe the European, man? You're his property then. Yeah, yes you are. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And that's why Kanata was a city, because the city was the country. You know, because that's the definition of a country too. If it's not a nation, because that's a country is a nation and a country is interchangeable. Right? So therefore, there's not a border. So if there's so-called Jamaica there, and then that's Cuba, and that's Puerto Rico, and that's U.S., and that's Canada, and we're all there, we're all the same people, that's one nation, that's one country. Everything I just said is one country. If you go across the ocean, and then there's people like me there, that's the same nation, same country, interchangeable. Same nation, same country. You know, except we say empire because, you know, it's business. It's business, you know. Demarcation line. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the 5 greatest MCs on the planet, how we get treated. How we get treated, man. See, the people, they don't know how to treat the best at anything. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they have all the time. You know, but is that going to stop us? No. You know, we're putting songs out. You know, we're talking about hits for a week, hits for a month. Moors write songs. When we write song, that song is going to be a hit for 100 years, for a century, minimum. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to be playing MAM in 150 years from now. They're still going to be playing that song. I am a Moorish American man, uplifting humanity. That is the plan. Which part of that you don't like? Which part of that is old, can get old? Which part? You see what I'm saying? We're making music that's gonna outlive Beethoven, Mozart, and all these people, Shakespeare, and all these things. We're making heavier music than them, you know. But just like their days, ain't nobody recognize that shit. These people dumb. They're always behind, always. You know, coming up to me, yo, seem like they're gonna make Canada and US the same. Like, bro, you're behind, bro. If you see that on TV, it's already been done, man. If you've seen it if you've seen the movie on TV, it was already done already. They already took the editing. They already did the actions. They already did the casting. They already paid everybody. Everybody's already home eating popcorn, watching the movie too. You watch something on TV, it's already done. Trump said something, it's already done. Noble Drew said something, it's already done. That's just how it works in the big leagues. In the big leagues, when you say something, it's because it's done already. The people at the bottom do not get this part. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just wanted to put our 2 cents in. Jerry, what are you saying, though? I don't even know how to get you on here. Even if I knew. I didn't know how to work all this stuff in. But yeah, you know, this Islamism. Let's see what this thing is saying. Yeah, we know how to run a government. How, Ra? How can you run a government? You know, I have love. When I have love, when you have love, you can run anything. What do you mean? You just need love. We have love. We can run the government. Somebody, we need, yes, we can get that. You know, yes, we can get that. Yes, we'll get that. No, you don't need that. That's love. Expand over there. Yes, expand over there. Add there. Homes needed there. This. That's love, man. We don't need to. We learn as we go. We're Moors. We learn fast, supremely fast, like right away. We don't need to know anything. Just give us back our stuff. We'll learn one step at a time with love. Because then we ain't gonna be fighting and shit. So we know how to run a government with love, with amor. You know? Yeah. What is this? I messed it up, man. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring, they say. Let's see what play here. Go all the way down, all the way down. Look. We do this. Oh, let's do this then. Let's do this. Where's the volume?
Exhale out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, exhale out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, exhale out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe
Man,
in.
yeah.
XL, don't you tell me about the small size. XL from all these schools of thought. Or expels, because you won't answer questions. Saved by the bell, teacher left me guessing. Keep building, but they say I'm not progressive. Keep cleaning,
They got messed this
no
up.
messing. Keep speaking, because I know
Supposed to be
that
playing
world
something, huh?
repping. These demons on the stage to escape. No protection, just an empty section. Vacant vessel, void abbey. How they seen you? Full, they need a new pit. Start a damn pandemic with all this flu shit.
Well,
Just the
that's
flu. Man's foot. 6 pounds of chemicals, your face absorbs a year. Makeup, you're making a new face up. Some rubs off, the next day you wake up. Who are you? They're making 250 million a year. Yeah, Canada. That's one more than that. They got you to give up the whale blubber fat.
We call y'all out, y'all out there. I smell an agent. You smell agent? I smell an agent. Yeah. You better watch it, boy. Fight them sellouts lurking the corner. Best with me, they coming with that poly taking you under. I smell an agent. You smell an agent? I smell an agent. Yeah. You better watch it, boy. Fight them sellouts lurking the corner. Best with me, they coming with that poly taking you under. It's a shame, man. You dirty Moors, man. trying to equate legalese the law, man. How incompetent as you can be, but it ain't no stopping the movement, cause I locked out the front seat. Better get your mind right. Real more than about to highlight. Real more than about to hype. Y'all just looking for the limelight. If you were really studying, you would know who is who and recognize this is more. I ain't really think you got this is government. Y'all niggas on crazy. Hilarious. You believe it. Crazy. Yeah, I know this for sure. I smell the agent. You smell the agent. I smell the agent. Yeah. You better watch it more. Fight them sellouts lurking in the corner. Best believe they coming with that folly taking you under. I smell the agent. You smell the agent. I smell the agent. Yeah. Better watch it more. Fight them sellouts lurking in the corner. Best believe they coming with that folly taking you under.
It's a shame, man. These dirty Moors, man. Watching all you dirties through the hairs that's crossed, man. Noble Drew, Ali, and Garvey met with Burner Cross, man. We solved the Negro problem with the Circle 7 Koran. Young Pharaoh prostitutes for the Moorish foreign substitutes. Using Sarah suit and mascot for their SETI institutes. Speaking lies, Mormons black is really from some Greek gods. Masonry is ancient Egypt. Watch me speaking sleep spies. Wearing arms, wearing feathers, singing these tunes to you. F08 Sarah, Elena Bay couldn't lose to you. All Negro conscious movies, where were you at years ago? While we were studying occult and metaphysical. Bet not around, now you slander, you bums of the town. Spellbound, you dirty Moors from a Washita burial mound. Send you to the background, Moors are in the front ground. Ready to defend the teachers, anywhere is the battleground.
I smell the agent. You smell the agent. I smell the agent. Yeah. Watch it more. Fight them sellouts lurking in the corner. Best believe they coming with that folly taking you under. What? I smell the agent. You smell the agent. I smell the agent too. Yeah. Better watch it more. Fight them sellouts lurking in the corner. Best believe they coming with that folly taking you under. Forget what this about. Go to RBBayPublications.com. Canaan Land Moors on YouTube. Taj Tariq Bay.
See if I look it up like this, if it pops up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's not gonna pop up. Let's look at this. Let's see if I go. Let's see this. Yeah, we know how to run a government.
Let's go get started.
Very nice.
2 days off.
I am a Moorish American man. Uplift humanity, that is my plan. This is my so this is my land. Open your hands, 5 on the left. Put up the peace sign, 2 on the right. Open your third eye, can you see the light? Not civil of the Martus. Full life, not civil of the Martus. Full life, more is a verb, more is a noun. Matter the more because black is an adjective. With the black saddest thing you are Vatican. Christian back coast, Pope of the Vatican. My people no time for shenanigans. If this an island, I'ma call you Gilligan. Trace myself back, I'm a rock and I'm here again. Moorish Americans know what the spirit is. The more that you study, the clearer it gets. Did it myself, now I cheer again. Just the prophet, we not friends again. Now I can hear again, see again. Welcome to me again. God being me again. Sons of Allah. Did it with intelligence. Study. Did it with some diligence. 7-11. They mad cause I'm militant. Christopher Columbus, the slave, and I'm serious. Slave is a bloodline. We did the labor. Leave me on me any favors. Keep all that money. That shit is just paper. The United States is only on paper. The way you fight back, thoughts written on paper. You can say yourself cause no one can save you. Gotta study self. Change your behavior. The higher, the lower. Now here come the danger. The lower is walking with one in the chamber. Higher is trying to control all the anger. My ego is saying fuck all of you haters. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for war. 2 seconds on the clock. 1 shot and I'm ready to score. Stop killing over colors. What's that for? Not nigga black colors. I am a Moorish American man. Uplift humanity. That is my plan. This is Morocco, so this is my land. Open your hands. 5 on the left. Put up the peace sign. 2 on the right. Open your third eye. Can you see the light? Not civil little martus. Full life. Not civil little martus. Full life.
Son of a mother, airship. None of them others can fierce dick. Pop smoking, but not broken. Right.
Hello, check. How you doing? Depends on you ain't done. My bad, man. You think, I said it. Check. I'm gonna party. Motherfucker, son, you gotta pick up. Pick up. I run it. Could've, would've known, but you never asked. Music from my future, presented in your past. Like beyond flesh, thoughts you can't touch. Feel it real rough, words that can ever last. You can shape like glass, cold enough to keep an igloo. Third dance was a shadow of a real view. My goal is real money, glide past you, looking for cash. You stuck in, you a statue saying, wait for you to act. You an arm, I'm not gonna wait for you to clap. You a bomber, throw me up, nuclear that. What's a false positive? Another fraud gotta shift through. You I leave, rod, can't tell move. You unworthy, root not sturdy, bogey not a birdie. Hit the bottom so hard that the earth cracked. You unearthed me with the lion's clutch.
time's up bright and early. Hit the hedges and highways. Holy day is the Friday. Signed to a virgin, only you get in touch. Jumped in so hard, but you never bust back. Contractual agreement, you never read enough. What the French? I'ma know what's through epistemology. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but you never bothered to bother me. Hey, C-O-V 1911 close, but we open. Really 311 1440 Ethiopian 2012 after Papa drop. Can't see Kobe or still no Negro shit. Antiques only. No to Ali, video clips, bleed, skin teeth, no P, dirty more so devoted.
Corona was a sign of an engineered hoax, like founders of America were Europeans in boats. Seems the elite spread the virus for profits. It's clearly a pandemic to get your mind off the profit. COVID-19 is no worse than a cold flu. Alkaline the body to kill mucus. Dr. Sebi told you, man, stop breathing and puts lint in your lungs. Despite the evidence, many zombies choose to wear one. Breathing in the bad breath, executive orders for mass mandates. Not children disappearing over borders. Spikes in cases, I think the shadows taking tests. Volunteering DNA for everything colonists suggest. Filled with regret, with mucus-filled chests. Treat the population like pets when they protest. Mass arrest, your rights they molest. Watch the vaccine make you pedophile or do incest.
Hey, C-O-V 1911 close, but we open. Really 311 1440 Ethiopian 2012 after Papa drop. Can't see Kobe or still no Negro shit. Antiques only. No to Ali, video clips, bleed, skin teeth. No P, dirty more so devoted. Coming for you.
That's it.